All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one, the only Paid to Drive, one of the only channels on YouTube trying to put a little bit more of that money right back in your pocket in so many ways. Shout out to BZ. There you go. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday to all of you. I hope you guys are feeling well and doing well. And if you are out there making money, I hope you guys are doing a good job with that. Um, I got to give a huge shout out to BUDDASAHN for sharing this article with me, and a few others shared this as well. I will put a link in the description for you to check this out. This is pretty crazy, man. I had a feeling something like this could happen due to this crisis that we're going through. So if you do want to follow along, link will be in the description. It says Grubhub comes under fire. Grubhub comes under fire for high fees, bad drivers, and some Chicago restaurants are dropping it. Not good. As you've probably heard 100 times, now is not a good time for restaurants. To contain the spread of this thing, dining rooms in Illinois are closed, which means that restaurants must now rely on pickup or delivery. For many establishments, that means that their customers are spending even more time engaging with food delivery apps like Grubhub, Uber Eats, Doordash, and Postmates. But there are some serious questions about whether these apps treat restaurants fairly, with prominent local restaurateurs loudly decrying the high fees and the badly behaved delivery drivers. Not good when they mention the badly behaved delivery drivers. Grubhub has also had to deal with backlash from a recent promotion, which was pitched as a way to help struggling restaurants. The offer was for $10 off an order of $30 or more. While Grubhub came up with the offer, any restaurant that opted to participate was supposed to eat that cost while also paying Grubhub a commission based on the original price of the meal. This led to negative articles from the Los Angeles Times, Eater, The Verge, and even The New Yorker. We actually spoke about this last week. Recently, Grubhub walked back somewhat, promising to give restaurants that participated $250 each. This isn't the first time that restaurateurs have called out food delivery apps like Grubhub. But with restaurants struggling to make money during a pandemic, many are becoming more vocal in their opposition. While the amount differs slightly for each restaurant, it's common for a food delivery app to have a commission fee of 20 to 30% of the order. In the restaurant business, where margins are already tight, that can be a non starter. Cesar Gonzalez, the co owner of La Patron or Patron in Logan Square, doesn't use any of the apps because he doesn't like that percentage. I've had long conversations with them, but all those guys, they want 30% off the tab, says Gonzalez. It's just too much. I sell tacos, tortas, and burritos. I'm not making 30% off a taco. They are bullying restaurants. Gonzalez decided to avoid online ordering altogether. So if you want to order from La Patron, you have to call. I don't want to pressure the kitchen to work faster than they already are, says Gonzalez. If it's too busy, just take the phone off the hook. Otherwise, everything just takes too long. You upset the customer on the phone, the customer in the dining room, and you're putting more pressure on the kitchen. This guy's 100% right. I'm telling you. Everybody down below, by the way, once this video reaches 150 thumbs up, we are going to be on to the next video. So the faster we get those likes, the better. Comment 111 if you hit the like, 222 if you haven't yet. Turn that gray like into a blue like, and hit the red subscribe button down below and turn those notifications on. But for restaurants that want online ordering, the delivery apps do provide a lot of appealing features. Think of all the things you have to worry about for online orders, says Jim Graziano, the owner of JP Graziano Grocery in the West Loop. You have to have a website and a developer to create an ordering system. It needs to take orders, process credit cards, notify you and the customer. You need to figure out what happens when you get an order and then time it all out so the customer gets it in a reasonable time. All of this happens while you have the business operating. Plus, Grubhub allows restaurants to reach many more customers than ever before. The reach that Grubhub has is miles ahead of anyone, says Graziano. No single restaurant could have the reach of Grubhub. All the restaurateurs interviewed for this story admitted that third-party apps brought in loads of orders. We would turn on Doordash and then turn it off after 15 minutes because we had so many orders, says Dave Bonomi, owner of the Westtown Pizzeria Coal Fire. That was so appealing. For a while, I was in one gear, sell as many sandwiches as I possibly could, says Graziano. Grubhub and Uber Eats would send me a ridiculous amount of orders. Look at all this money, I'd say. But then he realized some of the downsides of the high commission fee. When you look at the books at the end of the month, you realize how hard you worked, how little profit there was, and how much you paid for these apps, says Graziano. Now you're a third party for Grubhub. You're working for them. Let's see, like these aren't good. Bonomi concurred, you are making more revenue but not profit. More than the slim margins, a number of restaurateurs dislike giving another company control of their brand. Yeah, the 30% sucks, but it goes so much deeper, says Graziano. In particular, restaurateurs expressed how frustrating it was to deal with delivery drivers. See, this part's not the greatest either. Joe Fontana, owner of Fry the Coop, says he had the most trouble with Grubhub. They didn't have enough drivers, and the ones they had weren't trained, says Fontana. We'd get a ticket for a Grubhub delivery, make the food, and then it would sit for 30 minutes to an hour because the driver was so late. When the driver finally arrived, we'd have to refire the order so that it wouldn't be terrible. Now, this is probably because of low ball offers. This is more than likely a cherry picking issue, which is totally possible. I mean, again, we're entitled to cherry pick. If you're a cherry picker, comment cherry picker down below. Fontana says that sometimes a driver wouldn't even show up, so the restaurant, known for its fried chicken sandwiches, decided never to complete a Grubhub order until the driver walked through the door. But then the customer would be angry because the order took so long to arrive, says Fontana. Aaron Steingold, owner of the modern Jewish deli Steingolds of Chicago, says that along with drivers never showing up, he's had multiple occasions where drivers would curse out his staff and even his guests. I'm a pretty relaxed guy, but I've had to kick them out of the restaurant, says Steingold. We have a packed restaurant and they are yelling for the food. Bonomi says that most of the drivers he dealt with had no regard for the food. I'd put it at over 70% had issues, says Bonomi. Like, that's bad. They'd walk in without the warmer bag for the pizza. I'd ask them to politely grab a warmer bag, and then you get an attitude. They'd say, other restaurants aren't as strict as you, but why does my food have to suffer because you don't do things correctly? Whew. Bonomi knew that if a pizza arrived cool, customers wouldn't blame the delivery person. He or she would call the restaurant. Every night there was something, says Bonomi. I can't spend my life in the office instead of out front just to fix your orders. It's true, guys. Like, this is a real problem, and this is because of the drivers that are not doing the right thing. Not those of you who do the right thing. This has nothing to do with you, So no need to get excited or freak out. Do you agree with this article so far? Let me know, yes or no. The experience at the restaurant changed too. The kitchen would be slammed with tickets, says Bonomi. Delivery drivers would crowd the dining room and talking on their speakerphone, ruining the atmosphere of the diners. Then you're paying the company a commission on top of it. Fontana agrees that Grubhub started hurting his restaurant's image. We were calling customers, giving them gift cards, but it made us look so bad. They weren't mad at Grubhub, they were mad at Fry the Coop. He got so fed up he canceled his Grubhub account, but even that was a hassle. I called them and said, we have to cancel, this is not working out. Next day, more Grubhub orders arrived. Fontana says it took 3 weeks for Grubhub to finally take Fry the Coop off its service. It was a nightmare, says Fontana. He says that the drivers at Uber Eats have been much better, so he continues to use that service. Interesting. Very interesting. After restaurant dining rooms had to close, Steingold decided to get rid of all the delivery apps. It's been the best thing I've ever done, says Steingold. I realized that you can't serve high-quality food while giving up 30%. That was our issue. We could never sacrifice the quality. That's a pretty strong statement there, guys. Steingold now uses an ordering app developed by ChowNow, which charges a fixed monthly rate instead of a commission fee on every order, and he's using his own delivery drivers. We are now able to operate with a smaller staff in the restaurant, yet employ more people because we use our own drivers, says Steingold, because people would have been laid off that are driving now and making more money. Bonomi also decided to hire his own delivery drivers for Coal Fire so that he can make sure they are providing the right kind of service. Our accounts are now better, says Bonomi. Graziano decided to get rid of all the third-party apps and create his own online ordering system. I still don't have the reach of Grubhub, says Graziano, but I don't need the whole city. I need a good base. For deliveries, he uses a local delivery company. Now when I sell a sandwich, I get 100% of the money, says Graziano. The customer pays the delivery fee and tips the driver, and I don't have to pay that. Steve Kaplan, owner of 5 Squared, a pizza food truck, says he used to use the delivery apps before he decided he could do the delivering. I realized I could cut out the middleman, says Kaplan, so I just decided to put the address into Google and try to make our easiest route. Some of the delivery apps have decided to reduce their commission fees during his tough time, or this tough time. Doordash announced Thursday that it's reducing commission fees by 50% on delivery orders placed between April 13th and May 31st. Caviar, which DoorDash owns, will also take part in the deal. But none of the people contacted for this article think the Grubhub promotion was a good deal for their restaurants. That whole save $10 promotion comes out of the restaurant, says Kaplan. It just doesn't make sense. This is the natural time for Grubhub. I don't get why they're doing that promotion. I was a business major. I don't understand why they do this when business is up. It's like they are trying to profit even more. We reached out to Grubhub to ask about the promotion, but it politely declined to speak on the matter, saying only that it couldn't provide any information. I'm sure there are fine people at Grubhub, says Graziano, but I'm glad it's getting exposed. They could have turned it into the biggest thing in the world if they had played this correctly. They could have absorbed delivery fees. They could have been heroes. Instead, they decided to be greedy. Wow. Guys, I have this link down below. Again, thank you to BUDDASAHN for sharing this. This is the bitter truth, man. That was a long article, but it was heavy. It was intense. I'm not going to lie. What are your thoughts on this? Because again, I'm not making this stuff up. A lot of people say I'm the one who's being negative, but it's the articles. It's what's going on. Grubhub and these apps, they did it to themselves by, hiring certain drivers that weren't doing well and messing things up for the hardworking ones. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys, because again, this is a real problem, and we need to. I don't know. I guess we just need to ride it out. I don't even know if there's a solution. But if you are a driver out there that is doing questionable stuff, please do not ruin it for the other drivers. But again, it's also these companies setting bad examples as well. So again, please let me know your honest thoughts down below. Load the comments up. Please share this video if you could. Hit the little arrow down below and share it. And again, once we hit 150 thumbs up, we will be doing our next live stream or video. So the faster we get those likes, the better. Right down there below the video. Comment 111 if you hit the like, 222 if you haven't yet. And guys, please make sure you are saving money with the Get Upside Gas app. Comment 333 if you're already using it, 444 if you're not yet. Link is in the description. All you have to do is download the app for free on your smartphone, pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside smartphone app, and within 48 hours, you'll get anywhere from 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back, which is fantastic. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Links in the description. Please download it, and of course, subscribe down below here on Pay to Drive. We are almost at 19,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at PaidToDrivePete. Send me your emails at PaidToDriveStories@gmail.com. And that's it for right now, guys. Get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling. Thank you so much for watching here on Paid to Drive. And if you can, stay home, stop the spread, and help save more lives. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like. We'll see you next time. Be well, be optimistic. We'll get through this. Peace, everyone.